Hey guys, this is a little bit of a tutorial on how to get going with this isorhythmic example. So isorhythm is a combination of two things. One is color, which basically is the notes that you're using for a melody, right? And they used to have different successions of notes ranging from 6 to 20 notes. Here we've chosen to take the word color for what it means in English, and I've just decided I'm going to use a series of colors. And so here I chose, if you notice, my first color is red, followed by bright green. Then you have a little bit of a maroon, very light purple, and that's supposed to be brown. Or maybe I recycled red, huh? And then green again. No, it's not what it is. Sorry. I went ahead and used 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. Right. And then over here we have the beginning of another set. But we'll get as to why this is incomplete in just 1 second. Right. So for my first color, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. Plain and simple. Then I have to use a different set of colors, right? And if you notice over here, I changed the colors, right? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that, of course, starts again. Now, the reason why we have these extra 2 figures there is because I chose to have, as far as my talias are concerned, which in music are rhythms. This is in the Middle Ages, the first time that they started messing around with the concept of rhythms. I went ahead and chose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rhythms. And the reason why I'm choosing 6 is because most rhythms during the Middle Ages, the first ones, were in groups of either 3s or 6 or even 9. So we're actually having multiples of 3 going around. To make things simple, I just decided to keep 6 here, which means I had to, if I wanted to keep this order of geometrical figures, notice that these are different, right? So we have this triangle always followed by this square. I believe that's a rhomboid. And then here we have an hexagon. We have a rectangle and another type of rhomboid, a circle. That is my first talia, or order of geometric figures, right? Now, notice that I'm repeating the first talia over here, although I have a different color. So right away, I'm starting to mix match things, right? I have my first set of colors, color 1, because I have 2 more figures in my talia, I have to recycle the first 2 colors, right? Then I have my first talia, again, my first order of geometric figures, and again, because I have only 4 colors for this one as well, I had to restart that here. Now here is my second talia, which starts with a completely new figure. And you can really go crazy with this tessellation software or any other software, or really, to tell you the honest truth, just choose your own figures, pull out a cardboard or a piece of paper and do it with markers. It really is supposed to be a fun, easy exercise, and just the belaboring of describing it kind of gets in the way of the fun of it. But all you are doing is choosing a set of colors, 2 sets of them, and then choosing 2 sets of geometric figures. Decide what order you're going to put them in, and then we can start having fun. These lines in here, by the way, are measure dividers, just to separate ideas. They did not quite do that back then, but this is for us to just know where one thing starts and the next one ends. Okay, so onto my second talia. Notice that I am using the first set of colors, right? So this is my first color and my second talia. My second talia has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rhythms, or 8 figures, right? And so as you notice that I have my first color here with my second talia, right? So I have red, green, brown, and light purple, right? Red, green, brown, light purple, right? And here I started again, red, green, brown, light purple. So it really works out for me to have 8 in the sense, because I can go through the entire color twice. And then I'm going to actually start with my second set of colors, right? So this is my second color and my second talia. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have to start. And I went ahead and used the same color. So everything very nice and easy. Then take a look at what happens. Everything is big. It's supposed to actually be twice as big, give or take. And this is what we call augmentation, right? So you are twice the size of what you were before. And I'm using, again, my first color and my first Talea, right? So first set of colors and also the first set of geometric figures, right? Starting with red. Here, I'm using my second Talea, right? Oh no, yes, I am using my second Talea and I am using my second color. Now what do I mean? If you look at the second Talea, it starts with this figure. But what did I do? I actually put it in retrograde, right? So instead of going from left to right, I'm going from right to left. So this figure is here, that figure is here, then this figure is here, this figure here, this figure there, this figure here, that figure here, and the last is the first in this case, right? So it's backwards. So you can actually have inverted retrograde, which basically means backwards and upside down. So you can turn things upside down. I did not do that here, but in all the combinations of things that you can do while you're having fun with it, it's always good to actually have separately, just your colors, your set of two colors and your set of two Talias. That way you can just get creative and try to see if you can fool your classmates into, or not fool them, but just make it more difficult to decipher what other people do, right? So here you have complete license as to going to augmentation or diminution. Augmentation, again, twice the size of what it was before. Diminution, half the size of what it was before. Just forwards, basically all your colors and Talias forward. Retrogrades, backwards, and inverted, here only applies to the geometric figures, right? You cannot change the colors, put them upside down. It wouldn't work for you, but we can do, of course, that in music. So what we're doing is we're drawing an analogy between the idea of working with music as if we were working with colors and figures, just to kind of get your hands dirty in the composition process. I hope this helps. Have fun.